Hey, no name. How you doing? Hey, Selfie. No, I sent him all the stuff he asked for. He did say he was going to be gone, unavailable. So I don't know. I did what I had to. I sent him everything I had. How are you, Sophie? You know, tired is all. Fair enough. Completed a map with the monk, so it's not impossible. But got better gear. Got to get better gear. Yeah, the crafting stuff. Did you see Carrot Top's latest video? He made some really good points. Well, a point that I just started noticing myself, but wasn't sure if it was just me. Yeah, but the video I'm talking about wasn't about crafting. It was about the maps. Hello, Evie. Hope you're feeling better. The Citadels, yeah. Yep. And the Citadel he found is in a screenshot that I found on Google. So you can find the first 3 Citadels with Google. But I didn't know that if you failed them, they moved. So the initial positions of them seem to be fixed. But I didn't feel like commenting on this video because I didn't feel like it. I didn't care. My face. the hell? This guy don't reset?
Of course.
Yeah, I agree with Carrot Top said. It seemed like they just kind of threw this map together and didn't really work out all the things yet. Yeah, I guess it might be like the other vendors where you have to wait till you level up, which is crazy because now I'm what, level 76, and it's taking forever to fucking level up now. Like there's a very sharp incline to leveling now. Like the end game is broken. It's just as simple as that. The end game in this thing is fucking broken. So, are you feeling any better? Or I asked earlier. I don't know if you heard me. Did you see your doctor? Call your doctor? I took some meds, had a steamy, feeling a little better. Okay.
The cataclysm really did change the face of Rayclast.
I knew you fuckers were hiding. What do you think it is, Evie? A flu? The United States give you the cooties? The leopards would eat my face. Go sick. He'll do. He'll only do. Wait, hold on. God damn it. No, no point in seeing calling my doc. I'm sick. He's only been sick for a couple days. I feel crappy. My face won't stop leaking, but that's what happens when you're sick. So I'll do something if it's prolonged. Kiddo was sick Thursday till Christmas Eve, probably looking at the same timeline for me. Oh. Well, I hope that timeline accelerates for you. What the... I'm gonna fall asleep real soon. Have a great stream. Thank you, Sophie. Have a good night. Thanks for popping in. I introduced my mother to King Cobra. I was looking at apartments in where he used in Casper, Wyoming. Because if I feel there's sheep there for one. For two, if they let him rent an apartment, they'll let anybody rent an apartment. But she was wondering why Wyoming. She said, "Why Wyoming? Why you look at Wyoming?" Because it's fucking cheap. Because nobody fucking wants to live there. Wow, I can't. Oh, okay. I'm sick. So I showed her why. Because he lives there, and I got curious one day, and I started looking around there to see what he was paying for apartments. And I saw how fucking cheap they were. None of them, you know, none of them like seemed demanding. His pop negotiate, yeah, but they still like the person who lives here, that wouldn't work because they would still want him Like, let's say his dad co-signed, that would take care of the credit part. But yeah, I mean, even after they found out what he was and all that, they let him stay there for years, I think, right? A couple of years. That one place. But it seems a lot easier to get a... It's definitely cheaper. There's a 2-bedroom there that I saw for $850 a month. And it was decent neighborhood. It was a affordable housing with a income restriction, which we more than fit. I think it's like if you make less than $38,000 a year for 2 people, which we definitely do. First place I got kicked out smoking inside spray painting. Second place, yeah, I know those stories. Here in Florida, they don't care. If they did a background check on him, they'd be like, no. Even if his dad, like, co-signed, they would still be like, yeah, I don't know. Because they want the person who's living there to be able to pay. Why is there a boss here? It says there's a boss here. I don't see him. I think his map is bugged or something. I don't think I killed him, did I? Did I kill the boss without even realizing it? I guess I did. Maybe I'm the boss there. So I'm Tony Danza. I don't know if anybody understands that joke. Also, I think I got partial rent payment for disability. Yeah, I mean, yes, that's he no doubt got Section 8. But what I'm saying is that I went and looked it up myself. I didn't like look at Cobra's rent receipt. I went and looked at apartments there, and they're cheap. So I'm not saying it's a mystery how he paid it. I'm saying it's a mystery they let him in. Because here it's not like that in Florida anymore. It used to be. It used to be where you could just go up to a place and they say you have first class security. Yeah, okay, here you go. And that's it. That was 11 years ago or so. Now you can't do that. It's impossible. It is impossible. They all are ran by that that fucking company, that's app or whatever. Real Page it's called, I think. In fact, one of the places when I was still looking in other states, one of the places I clicked on took me right to Real Page, and I immediately left. I'm like, yeah, no, thanks. The Real Page is the app that automatically changes rents based on other rents around the area. So the rents just keep getting higher and higher and higher and higher. So if you get a place that uses the Real Page app, if you're like looking for an apartment and you click on it and it takes you to realpage.com or anything that says Real Page, that means that your rent's going to go up eventually. Like you may get a lease and you'll be fine for the lease, but your rent will go up and it'll keep going up. And it'll always go up every single year. So there and other states, you go right to the apartment building's website and you apply there on their app, which I suppose still could use Real Page. doesn't say it. And the ones that are best are the ones that say, you know, contact us, call us. Because they're going to be more like, how much do you have? How much can you pay? When do you want to come and see it? Give me the money. If you have any problems with the apartment, don't call us. Whatever. Whoa.
It's my power to wield.
Single map. Apparently, the director from gaming director, I think, from Diablo 4 is feeling salty about Path of Exile too. He made a salty comment on Twitter. Some people called him out on it, being a dick. Guess that's it. No, it was kind of like a comment because people were. He basically made a kind of a comment as if Diablo invented the ARPG, and that everybody refers to the game as this game PoE 2. People refer to it as Dark Souls like. or ARPG like. And he said, "Do you something to the effect of, do you think we can normalize people calling it Diablo like?" So the beef was that Ultima was actually the original that did this. So if you wanted to be like that, you should be saying Ultima like, because they came before even Diablo 1 did. So he was kind of like complaining that, how come nobody's using Diablo like? So people were like, dude, shut up.
Speak. Of course. Yes. Go.
Doing a lower map, hoping it would give me another tier map, but it didn't. Like how people would compare FCE to Factorio, saying it's a 3D Factorio, but FCE came first. If anything, Factorio is 2D. True. Same thing with Minecraft. Minecraft didn't. It wasn't the first one that did its thing. I forgot what the name of the game was called, but there was something before Minecraft. I mean, if you really want to get picky, you could say it's Lego, but it was a video game. Well, googling it real quick, it looks like it was a Nintendo game that was being worked on. I don't think it ever came out. I don't think that's the one I'm thinking of. Called Game Zero. This store is available exclusively to Business Insider subscribers. Well, go fuck yourself. I'm not paying for you. Well, why would I pay anybody for news? You guys don't do anything but copy routers anyway. Like how all these fucking online news places, they're like, hey, it's stealing if you block ads or subscribe to us, and you're just copying shit from routers and changing some words in it. Why the fuck will we pay you? No, it's called whatever the fuck I said, something zero. But it's not a game there's another game I was thinking of. Some Java fucking, not Java. Maybe it was Java. Anyway, nobody cares. The area is a unique map. 510% increased experience gain. Yes, please. Maybe I should use a big map on that. I want to use a big boys map. Hope I'm gonna regret this. No, I just said the name. I just said the name, no name. Are you just trying to fucking irritate me? Game Zero. Game Zero was called. Called Game Zero. I said the name like 4 times. It's okay. I'm sorry, no name. I'm feeling a little touchy. You don't have to be quiet. I said I'm sorry. Be in the end of the day, different price at $70. Wow, that was quick. 70 bucks, you could have spent more time with a hooker. Then you wouldn't have had to beat it. God damn it. Should have waited till it was 40. Yeah. You don't know until you play it. If you beat it on Steam in less than 2 hours, you can refund it. Mm, that's not what I thought it was. You could play Find My Wiener for like $1 and probably get more out of it. Evie, we already know where our wieners are. All experience got because you used to play it. The old one in 2002 on 64. I mean, it wasn't that I that short. I put in the movie. Oh, 15 hours. You got to do the math. I mean, $4 an hour, right? That's a little pricey. $4 an hour, though. Well, at least I think so. But if it was fun, then maybe it was worth it. I always do the movie theater calculations. Average movie is 2.5 hours in a movie theater, roughly. But back when I went to the movies, a movie was like $8. I don't know what it is now. It's probably a lot more now. Need to get the gumballs at 2 cents a piece. Buy the penny whistles. Not sure it takes much long. You just, you're a speed runner. Did the same thing. Hopes games are paid by hourly instead of. Oh, I'm sure that'll work. I'm sure people will love that. You heard about? I don't know. I think it was about a year ago. I think it was the Logitech marketing manager. And this sounds almost like something you'd see in an Onion article. But she was talking about renting mice. And I thought it was an Onion article, and then the NZXT thing happened, and I was like, oh. Like you would buy a mouse and you would pay a subscription on it. So subscription mouse. Yeah, absolutely nobody asked for that. No customer asked for that. This isn't the Great Depression. Who the fuck is the monthly for? I don't know. The thing about having a lot of money is you kind of like, you don't see it. Like you just assume, like remember like 5-6 years ago when the pandemic was happening and there was a whole thing about, you know, most Americans don't have insurance, blah, 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 and all that. And one of the senators, of course it was a Republican senator, but I'm sure most of them feel the same way, regardless of their party. It was like, well, all you got to do is put money in your health account. When you get sick, just withdraw from your health account. I don't see the problem. So when you're rich, you have a separate bank account. I think it's called a HSF. And it's just for health costs. So you have a bank account, you have a savings account, and then you have a health account. And this person was speaking like, doesn't everybody have a health account? That's just the kind of, I don't know what it is. They're just stupid. That's why I say that every person on the planet, from when they're 12 years old to when they're 18, or maybe 15 to 18. I guess that would be more realistic. They have to be poor. Like them, their parents all get their money taken away from them, and they have to live like poor people. The poorest people, they eat 3 meals a day, and they have a roof over their head, and that's it. They don't go to the movies. They don't go anywhere unless they want to give up some food or something to do it. And I think everybody should have to live that life before they're giving their money back. I think that would really like help a lot. Or even a year. Just make it a year. I'll make it a year. It'd be nice. I'll only be a dictator on day 1, by the way. What is that? Buy an Amazon Basics for $5. Like that. Man, I got a fucking bag full of Dell mice that have never been touched. If I really needed a mouse that bad. Oh hell, Lord damage, yeah. You'll never have to vote again, no name. Well, I got a feeling you don't vote now. Which is fair. I didn't really vote till later on in life either. You know, flying fuck about voting back in the day. You don't? Yeah, that's fair. I didn't, at your age, I didn't vote either. I didn't start getting politically anything until basically the end of the Obama era. Before that, I didn't give a fuck. No, I know. I know. You're lucky. Kind of. Well, not really. In a way, you are. In most ways, you are. Because the things that happen where you live help a lot of people, believe it or not. But I better not say too much. Well, no, I know. That's kind of one of the negatives. But just so you know, you can thank red states for that. So even though you may not live in a red state, I don't know if you know this or not, but here's an interesting factoid for you. Blue states pay more into the federal tax system than they use. The red states pay less into the tax system than they use. But yet it is the red states that complain about people using federal funds to help other people. But they're the ones who use that welfare the most. So the people who use the welfare the most are the people who bitch that there's too much welfare. And the people who want people to have welfare, or who are okay with it at least, want more people to be able to access it. That people who need it. People who need it. I used to have this Chinese wireless mouse, really nice. It had that plastic, got that sticky once and put it away, and a few years later I took it out. The thing, yeah, they do that. That's why I try to stay away from mices with that coating. And the Logitechs that I like, that I use, and one I'm using now has that coating on it. And what I hate about it is, and this is going to sound disgusting, I wash my hands many times a day. I don't wash them to where I'm bleeding, but every time I go to the bathroom, I wash them. Every time I use, anything in the kitchen, I wash them. Anything like that, I wash my hands. Yet still, what that padding does is it attracts oils and it attracts skin flakes. So I have to keep my mice clean regular. I have to like go in there and clean it because that padding seems to get like this film of oil and skin on it. It's hard to describe. But I have to keep hitting it with alcohol pads all the time. Otherwise, sometimes I'll let it go too long and I'll be like, ugh, and I'll have to go in there and I don't like that coating, but if they're really cheap and nice, it's gonna be 10 times worse. I get what you mean. My game controls get, yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. You can't help it. It doesn't. It's not a matter of cleaning your hand. Your hands can be spotless and it'll still fucking do it. And sometimes so there's like little spaces between the thumb, like the thumb button on the mouse. There's a little space, and it'll get in there. So I have to use one of those disposable floss things that you can, you get those little floss things for your teeth that you use once and then you throw them away, and I have to go in there and dig it all out. It's disgusting. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Well, toothpick too, that works. But I have like 10 bags of these fucking floss fucking things for reasons. Because every time I eat or whatever, I have to go in there and take all this shit out between my teeth because it drives me insane. I don't like the feeling of stuff between my teeth. I know that's a little weird. Because sometimes I don't feel like going into the bathroom and flossing every time. So I just fucking take one of those and do it. Water flow. No, I tried those. They hurt. I know you get used to them, but they hurt. Nothing dropped. I just realized that. Did I toggle off the thing or something? Let me see something. Nothing dropped? That doesn't seem right. I'm toggling the little key thing. I feel like I missed something. This is a weird map. Right, it's end key, right? I don't even have that on. Oh, it's home. I'm toggling it on and off as I'm running. And it doesn't have an indicator, so I know whether or not it's actually doing anything. Yeah, I guess there's nothing there. This is weird. I've never had a map where nothing dropped. Like nothing, not even money. What is even the point of this map? Oh, it was the 910 experience. It was the 910 percentage experience. That's probably why. No, I think it was because it was such a big experience boost that it forwent the drops. So let's just make sure here. Oh, you can't drop it in there. God damn it. It's really weird. That's weird. Yeah, because it said Untainted Paradise. And then it doesn't say it now because I finished it, but it said 910% experience. So that was probably what it was, is so these maps are kind of give and take. If they give a lot of one thing, they take away from other things. Which is why you want to boost them. You know, this is why you go into these things and drop a fucking thing inside of them, because it boosts the stuff around it. It's kind of like you're crafting the maps with these towers. I don't know. It's just, I'm not particularly fond of this system. But I am going to boost this map. All right, I'm not going to do it again. This is fine. Everything's good about this map. No negatives. And it's a savanna, which is fan-fucking-tastic because savanna is all flat open land, which is my favorite. Oops. Okay, maybe it's not. Well, it's flat. Oh, these guys are tough. Jesus. See what I mean? I boosted the map once, and I got these fucking bullet sponges as a gift. No, where'd you guys come from? No. No, 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 no. Thank you. Please no. Please no. Go away. I don't know what this is, but I don't like it. Why? What is going on? Why is it auto hiding stuff? It's disabled. Why is it doing that? I'm not anywhere near the key that does that. Like I literally have to take both hands off the keyboard to touch the key almost. Not a very good waystone, but a waystone nonetheless.
Go on. Time is of the essence. What is it?
Yeah, I just got the yawns.
With my power to wield.
Ow, ow, ow. What the fuck?
Obey me.
Hmm.
Time is not on our side.
I don't understand why I would want to upgrade this. It doesn't add any damage if I upgrade it at all. It doesn't seem to do anything. Except increase the amount of mana it costs. And I can't bring up the spell panel. God damn it. And this panel at the same time, can I? Yeah, I can't. 340 DPS. They ought to pay me for it. I mean, I didn't pay anything. Remember, I got it for free because I spent so much on the first one. But yeah, they should pay me on top of that. Alright, so let's see. It's 340 DPS. I guess I'm gonna try it and see what happens. If it goes up. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh, Flaming Spirits is a spirit thing. God damn it. You can't bring up the spirit thing without invoking one of these. No, that is incorrect. Can't even do that. Yeah, I don't know. And there's no way to downgrade them. I think in PoE 1 there was a way to downgrade your gems. I mean, I guess you can just make another one and replace it. But we'll see. It's too much mana or not. No, it's still manageable. By the way, how long do your gums take to get back to normal after they took out your teeth? Honestly, I don't remember exactly. It wasn't long. But but remember, No Name, I didn't listen to the doctor. Like, I was drinking and eating way before I was supposed to. And it went pretty quick. And I think it's because I just started eating and drinking anyway. In other words, and don't listen to me, don't do what I did. I think the more I used it, the quicker it got back to normal. And if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. So, in my opinion, completely uneducated opinion, that as long as it's not an open wound, i.e., there's no blood or anything coming out of it, the longer you be careful with it, the longer it stays hurting. Because the way the body works is the nerves get used to how they feel. So if you don't use them, it's going to stay sensitive every time you go to do something. It's going to be sensitive. But if you use them constantly and grind through the pain or whatever, if there's any pain, the quicker your body acclimates to that feeling, and it won't bother you anymore. Oh, you mean that? Oh, that I don't know. Like I said, I only had one pulled, and the rest of them kind of rotted out on their own. I have my lower left one to this day. Sometimes I'll get stuff stuck in there, but not in the. It's hard to describe. There's like a flap of skin, not where my wisdom tooth is, because there's no wisdom tooth there, but where it used to be, there's like a flap of skin there. And occasionally, very rarely, I'll get a piece of meat in there or something. But I'm always like, I know about it, so I'm always aware of it. And so it never stays in there for long. But it's to this day, it still does it. But that's because I didn't have that one taken out professionally. So I don't know, like you had yours all taken out professionally. So I don't know. It should be pretty quick. But the one that bothers me is the one that is one of the ones that I just let rot. So there's a flap of skin there. But it's not hard to clean. I can literally reach back there with my fingers and pull stuff out of it if I have to. But I usually don't have. Like I said, it's so rare that happens. Because I chew with my right side mostly. Like just natural thing is that I chew on my right side. But yeah, you just have to keep, gargling, making sure you get everything out of there. I don't know how long. I mean, can you still call your doctor? Can you ask him? I'm sure they might know, maybe. He said up to 6 months. I'm hoping I don't end up like my brother. How did your brother end up? crater on all extractions. Oh, I don't know. I think that's genetic. So you may be looking at the same thing. I don't know. I don't know if genetics counts for anything. Maybe he's older and he's almost 40. It could be. It's a very complicated. This human mouth is a very complicated thing. Like I didn't know until recently that you know what cavities are, of course, right? Did you know? So this is from a dentist, a professional dentist said this. Somebody asked him, how come some people get cavities and some people don't? Apparently, it's a bacteria associated with cavities. So I think I'm one of those people that don't have that bacteria in my mouth because I've never had a cavity. The wisdom teeth rotted out, but that's because the way wisdom teeth work, they're made to fall out on their own eventually. Anyway, it's just people have them extracted because they're uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So everyone's wisdom teeth in theory should come out. Lucky has, yeah. So I didn't know that. So if you manage to stay away from that bacteria, you could go throughout your whole life without having cavities. And I did not know that. I thought cavities were a process of no proper hygiene and stuff like that. I mean, that's part of it. Obviously, if you have the bacteria, brushing regularly will help keep that bacteria from getting anywhere. But if you don't have any of the bacteria at all, you just don't get cavities. That being said, remember, cavities is not gum disease. So keep brushing your teeth, kids. Because you can still get gum disease. And gum disease is, in my opinion, is bad if not worse. I don't think Cobra has. No, he has a lot of bacteria. Did you see the recent video where everybody posited that he was eating a meal combo, whatever the fuck, with potato chips in it, and he held it up. He took a couple bites, held it up to the camera, like he does, and something fell out of it onto the plate, and it made a sound, and it looked and sounded just like he just lost a tooth. But after some careful examination, people have found it's probably not his tooth. It's probably a potato chip or a tortilla chip or whatever the fuck. But it looks so real. No name. It like it's still questionable. Like nobody knows 100%. What Google sucks. It seems like Google's gotten worse and worse over the years. I am really ready to switch to Bing. Yeah, let me cue it up.
Must be a lot harder to eat this one with -1.
This the one. Yeah, here it is. All right, here it is. He's eating this fucking burger fucking shit. No, what's Willow Davis? It's this guy. So here it comes.
Get any more obvious. So it falls. He looks down. It's really hard to
Here,
tell.
let me do it
This glowing
before.
right there. Sound like potato chips. So it's a very hard, crunchy, chewy sandwich now, I guess. Here, let's full screen it. You don't need me for this. That's a tough crunch right there. Sound like, I don't know. Sounds like biting into some cardboard.
Watch, it hasn't happened yet.
Okay, and he goes show it. And that thing that falls off of there,
See it?
something. Okay, and he goes show it.
It looks like
And
a
that
tooth.
thing that falls off of there, was that his tooth right here? This glowing, overexposed bit right here. It falls, makes a loud clank, like louder than you would expect, like a piece of whatever the hell else is in here would make. And also, it looks mildly tooth-shaped.
But look
also
what he does.
just really hard to tell. I like slow-moed it a few times and doesn't make it any more
You know what?
obvious.
He made it look like he picked something up and put it in his mouth. But it didn't look like he had anything in his fingers. So I think he did that move to make it look like it was a potato chip. So people wouldn't say, oh, you lost his tooth. And I think he might have lost his tooth. Yeah.
Of course. What can I do for you? I'll be here. Go on.
Oh, I don't think a dentist would be able to do much unless they're gonna pull everything out and give them titanium replacements or whatever they do. You know, when they extract every single tooth in your mouth and then they replace your mouth with titanium screws and then they fucking screw in new teeth. He needs to do a bogey 2988. That's what he's gonna need if he wants to have regular teeth again, I think.
What is it?
And that is very expensive. That is very, very. I don't think his insurance would cover it. I don't care how autistic he is and how much money he gets from the state. It's not gonna be enough. He just has to take it. No, I don't think they can do that. I don't. I guess they could do it, but they probably wouldn't want to. Like that. If his, so he might be missing like 4 teeth, right? But there's damage that's underneath the rest of his teeth that are still there. So if a dentist went in there, the process of replacing the missing teeth would cause them to have to cut into his mouth, right? Exposing blood vessels, stuff. And if he's got rotten teeth in there, that increases the chance of infection by a lot. So they generally take everything out around it at least. And it's usually the whole mouth because they don't want to risk you getting infection. And then of course it's their ass because they put it, you know what I mean? Like if they work on your shit and you get this pussy infection and almost die or whatever, you could sue them possibly. That they're not going to do that. They're going to say they're going to take them all out. I have no idea how much it would cost. I don't. All I know is there's no way I would be able to afford it. I would have to just go without teeth. And my insurance doesn't even like cover anything. It doesn't cover teeth, doesn't cover glasses, nothing. Oh, I forgot that was it. You meant he has 4 teeth? Oh, yeah, well then they would definitely take everything else out. You know what I'm talking about, right? When they give you fucking fake jaw, when they give you a fake jaw, like, yeah, that shit's fucking terrifying. I think I would be too scared to get that. That's a lot of pain for a long time. Yeah, it looks so terrible. I honestly did. I still to this day, it looks better. I think because they look dirtier, but it still looks weird. Like for months, it looked like he was holding, like when you were a kid, and you would cut an orange into quarters, and you'd eat the inside of the orange, and you'd put the fucking skin over your teeth and smile because you're a kid and stupid. That's what it reminded me of. Only it was all white, pearly teeth. It was just fucking weird. It looked like he had like a white corn or something in his fucking mouth. Looked like those nut crunch dolls with him. Yeah, it just really, yeah. It looks so artificial. I mean, from his point of view, it was way better because he could eat now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure from the patient's point of view, you don't really give a fuck what it looks like more than the fact that you can actually eat now without having to worry about taking out dentures or fucking hurting your other teeth or swallowing a tooth or fucking hitting a sensitive spot on your gums. I think he could go skipping. I don't know, no name. He lost a lot of weight. He lost all that weight with that stomach operation. You see how skinny he got. Mountain Dew. And that fucking child he dates. Which is creepy as fuck. How does she not get injured? And I'm not even talking about sex. I'm talking about just being in the same fucking bed. Yeah, he's a lot older. He's quite a bit older. He's more than twice her age. She reminds me of my friend's girlfriend. He was like this big 6'8" guy. Well, okay, maybe not 6'8". He was like 6'2" or something. He was really tall, really big guy. And he was older. He was like maybe 45, 48, something like that. And he had a wife, and his wife was like 40, but she had really good genetics. So she looked super, 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 super young. And she was tiny. And they used to play this stupid joke where they would be in line at a store where there's people behind them and shit. And they were like at a grocery store. And they would just start like French kissing in line. He would grab her and start French kissing her. And she'd push him away and go, "Ew, Dad." Oh, those were the good old days. Those were the good old days. They don't have, you can't have fun like that anymore, though. Can't do that. People call the police on you and you go to jail.
Yes.
They're having a boogie in a comedy club. He probably, I mean, it's pretty much it's a pretty like obvious joke to play on people if you have a younger girl like that. Ew. But yeah, I mean, if I didn't know Boogie and I didn't know her and I saw them walking together, I would assume that that was his daughter. Like when they first got together. I certainly would believe that. All right. Let's boost it up. Mm. I don't have a thing, do I? I don't. I saw Wings of Redemption's wife almost leaving him. I think I saw. There's been a couple. I mean, she gets treated like shit. He's such an asshole. I don't know why she's with it. And the only thing I can think of is she's just so dependent on him or something. But from what I understand, didn't she leave him at one point? Like wasn't there a rumor that they were getting separated and she had her own thing going on and like her own podcast or something? Keemstar wanted him to go to dude's wedding or something to film. She had her birthday that same day. He said your birthday doesn't matter. Wow. I seem to remember some bite-sized YouTuber doing something on that. It might have been Caffeinated Fuckface or whatever his name is. Constipated Content. I don't know. I don't remember the name of the guy. Start crying, streaming, confess, dude, just stay. She's sad. She's. I hate. What I hate is watching when she was getting when he got her to play Dark Souls, and he was such a controlling fucker. It's like, you know, she was like trying to fucking. She could tell she hated the fucking game. You could tell she didn't want to play that fucking game. And that she was doing it to make him happy and content. Or, what, you know, just to help him make content kind of thing. Being a good wife or a good girlfriend or whatever. And she's shitting all over her and being passive aggressive all over the place. And even chats telling him to lay off. And he's like, well, she's got to learn. Like, dude, it's a video game. She doesn't have to fucking learn nothing. What the fuck are you talking about? And he's like trying to go Obi-Wan Kenobi with the game. You know, oh, but you gotta become the game. You gotta become the thing on the screen, and you gotta roll. Like, dude, fuck off. Like, Wings wanted to go to the wedding. Sakina Boogie took like 10, 20 minutes trying to convince him to stay all while she's crying. That's sad. Yeah, that's not right. There's definitely emotional abuse going on there. You know what? I think I'm gonna do the tower instead. I'm gonna pee real quick. I've seen that Dark Souls one, but oh, it was so bad. So bad. Here's I don't know what part, which one, what segment this is, but here. This looks like one of the ones. This was multiple times that he did this. So I don't know which one this is.
I need you to be good at like getting lottery numbers or something. Like,
turn lights off?
no, I want the lights on. Why does my husband hate me?
Honestly, she would struggle much more with Dark Souls 3 right now than she would 1. 1's a slower paced game.
Wouldn't you rather me be good at like cooking or cleaning or?
No. I'd rather you be good at video games.
Why?
So we can do stuff together, other than watch court TV.
We can go on walks together.
Yes, your 400-pound husband with a bad hip and a bad leg can go
If
on
we went on walks, you wouldn't be 400 pounds.
She got a good one. She gets some good though. She can like talk back sometime, which is great. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of them like there's a whole bunch of them like that where he's just constantly he doesn't like say you suck, you fucking bitch, or anything like crazy like that. He doesn't do that. It's just all passive aggressive stuff. You know, you could be better, you know, if you just did this. And it's like, it's a type of thing that if somebody did that to me, I would probably resort to violence at some point. Like, that's, dude, you need to get off my back about that shit. It's like having a backseater you can't get rid of. A. B, it's a game she doesn't want to play. You heard her. She clearly does not want to play that game. I mean, you heard what she said, right? Wouldn't you rather have me be good at cooking or cleaning? You know, because obviously she doesn't have a problem being a trad wife, which is fine. You know, if you want to be a trad wife, that's great. That's your thing. You have every right to do what you want. But he's like, no, I want you to play video games better. Yeah, but that's not what, you know, that's not cool. That shit drills into people over time. So she probably knew what she was getting into when she got with him. But short term, having to hear that short term is one thing. But having to hear that year after year after year and day after day, it's like, dude, you need to fucking shut the fuck up. That's the kind of stuff you hear about. You know, one day you just hear about, you know, woman murders husband in his sleep kind of thing. That's the type of shit that does that. There's clips of him like 10 years ago, same attitude. Yeah, I don't know how old that clip. Whoever fucking put that clip up looks like they just took a fucking video of their fucking TV, which is annoying as fuck. So it wasn't great quality. But it was enough to give you the idea. You just... I don't watch Wings of Redemption. I never do. I've never went to his channel. All this... The only reason why I even know he exists is because of the clips that have Boogie in it and Keemstar. Because the only person I used to subscribe to was Boogie. That's it. I never subscribed to Keemstar. I never subscribed to fucking Wings of Redemption. Followed him, whatever you want to call it. I especially don't like fucking Keemstar. Although I gotta admit, I hate him less than I used to. I don't know why. There's nothing I can point to that says this is why I hate him less. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe because I see him, he admits what he is. He's just the one that milks the lol cows for money. Fairly recent, I'm guessing. Maybe. I think I disliked him initially because he harassed Tommy NC 2010 along with Leafy is Here. I think that's when I hated Keemstar the most. I think that's what got me hating him. And then after a while, I guess I found out Tommy NC 2010 was kind of a piece of shit himself. Autistic or not, he was still a piece of shit. Kind of like Daniel Larson. Only not criminally so. Yeah, no, he's gotten better. I don't hate him like, you know. I don't watch his content, but he has changed, I think. I don't know what he just got older, I guess. I mean, that happens. A. B, I think a lot that what contributed to it is back then he was trying to get somewhere, trying to make a name for himself, so he was extra loud. Now he doesn't have to be so loud because he found his success. I mean, he's a successful guy now. I mean, you know what I mean? In his mind, he's more successful now than he was back then, probably. I don't know if that's true because I have no idea what his net worth is or what he values as being successful. Not everyone considers money to be successful. Sometimes people are just, you know, yes, many businesses, yeah, so he's diversified his portfolio, as they say. So he doesn't have to be so extreme. He doesn't have to be like that anymore. It's not his bread and butter. Because, you know, when you act like that, people are like, oh, you're so toxic to people. People who are toxic to people all the time are drinking their own toxin to an extent. So that's not good for your mental health. You know, there's only so much that you can be toxic to the world before it starts fucking with your own head. And I think he was getting tired of that. I don't think he did. I think he realized that at some point and was like, this isn't really good for my mental health to keep being this way to people. Oh, he's successful. I consider him successful. But what I'm saying is that generally people have their own measure of success. So in other words, he might not give a shit what me and him think about his success. You know, he's not going to care. His measure of success is in his own head. There are a lot of people who have barely enough money to keep their head above water, but have a bunch of kids, a really cool wife or something, a decent job, secure job, and they're successful. But if you ask somebody like Elon Musk, hey, do you think that guy's successful? Elon would be like, no, he's a loser. You know what I mean? It's kind of very relative. And some people look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a billionaire, richest man in the world. Is he successful financially? Yes. Is he successful any other way? No. No, he's not. His fucking kids hate him. He treats his children like shit. His wives are nothing but holes to him. So he's a failure. He's a fucking huge failure. And it's just a matter of what you value. Mr. Elon is peak. No, yeah, he's a peak piece of shit is what he is. The only thing that I would want from him is that I would be jealous is his money. Like, there's nothing about him that I find funny, smart, humorous, charming, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I felt that way before he went Republican. Like, I felt like that about him when he was a Democrat, when he voted for Obama and all that. So it had nothing to do with his politics. It was just, I could tell the guy was a scammer. I could just, when you're, this is going to sound, I don't know how it's going to sound. When you live the life that I've led, you learn how to see somebody without having to know them. And I could just feel it. I feel it in my guts that dude was just not somebody you'd want to be on your side. And it took a couple years, but he showed it. He showed exactly what kind of piece of shit he is. You know what I mean? And I was right. Tell people, see, I'm right. I judge people pretty well usually. Well, no, it's just that people have, it's like a form of empathy, or it's like I think Evie says empathic. It's kind of like that. you just kind of get this of, yeah, and I guess hippies would call it a vibe. I don't know if anyone uses that word anymore. You just kind of like, there's just something not right. Yeah, or people who are really super friendly when you don't even know them. Like, have you ever met somebody, like, you know, at your work construction site, and they're just really friendly, and they're super like friendly, and you're just like, there's something wrong with this guy or girl. There's just something that I don't trust. And then you find out 6 months later that they're in prison for killing somebody or you know, SAing somebody or some shit like that, and you're like, oh, I knew it. I fucking knew it. That also, yeah. Like, I knew, I had a feeling there was something fucking about that fucking dude. And some people can see that. Not everybody can do that, though. Some people, you know, I've had arguments with people where they would introduce me to somebody. And I told you before, when my sister used to, when we were kids, you know, teenagers, I was like 10 years old, 11 years old, and she's 15, 16, and she was dating. And she'd bring home guys, you know, not all the time. She wasn't a whore. But she'd bring home, you know, a new boyfriend every few months or whatever from college or school or whatever. And I would meet him and, hey, oh, it didn't work. God damn it. Oh, it's delayed, I bet. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. I have faith. Oh, I guess not. How are you, Chase? It's rumbling. Yeah, I guess it's the service is it's a third party service. Yeah. All right, Chase. Give Snoozy a big hug for me, okay? Never trust a third party fart. It's the only one I can. The only one out there. Bots may be down. I noticed text not appearing on screen when we type. Well, that's a different bot. I'm also noticing one of Chase's badges are missing. But when I look on Chatterino, it's there. The founder one. For me, I just see the mod sword and a blank space where the founder should be. Oh. Well, that's two separate bots, but it's not Eagle, it's is it? Oh. Yeah, my bot doesn't see any chat. Oh, it does. I don't know. I guess it's all broken. It might be Twitch's API because Eagle is on my bot, but the fart is on another service. And neither one of them are working, so that is probably the Twitch API because they both use the Twitch API to detect stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Twitch API because my bot has nothing to do with the fart sounds and vice versa. It's just as well. Almost time anyway. How are you, Chase? Tired? I don't have a thing for that, so there's no point in using that. Just buy one of these, I guess. No, combine two of these. a little bit. And then we'll do that. Okay. Oh, solid negative is great. Fantastic. God damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Chase, we've been discussing your Sekiro progress all night. Damage thinks you beat the game. I say you're 50%. Come on. What? But you want to be bad? Show how funky. There you go. That's proof. You need any more proof, No Name? Ah, good waypoint. At least I got it back. You hear about all the Republican infighting? Laura Loomer. So Elon Musk is, so you know their whole thing is about getting rid of immigrants, right? And how Trump says he's gonna deport everybody. Well, and Elon Musk has been using his will to be basically President Musk. Well, apparently Elon said that we need the, I forgot the numbers and letters, the SB1 visas, the ones where you get people from other countries with specializations and bring them here to work for a corporation, and they get to stay as long as they work for the corporation or whatever. And Elon said we need those people, and every right winger, but mainly Laura Loomer, basically was like, no, we don't want them at all. We want Americans to fill those jobs. We don't want people from India or whatever filling those jobs. And then she started fucking calling Elon Musk names, you know, very based though, very, like, she was right. She was absolutely fucking right for the wrong reasons. Like, obviously she was saying it because she's a racist piece of shit. But the things she was saying about him, you know, he joined at the last minute, you know, so he could get Trump to do what he wants with his stupid electric cars and shit. Anyway, so all that went on, and all kinds of MAGA started posting shit on Elon, like telling Elon that he's wrong and that, you know, he needs to stop saying that stuff and that he needs to stop supporting those SB1s, whatever the fuck they called. So Laura Loomer has a blue check, which means she pays a subscription on Twitter, right? And she opted into that thing where she makes money dependent on engagement. So she makes money there and all that. And she's got a subscription, and she's got people who subscribe to her for whatever fucking reason. Well, he fucking ripped her blue check away and canceled all her subscriptions and took away her whatever the fuck it's called, the $12 a month subscription shit. Layouts every year now, not T, but we totally don't have enough workers. Yeah, so right, well, so apparently, so it's great. It's like a fucking dumpster fire, like MAGA yelling at MAGA, Elon banning MAGA accounts. He suspended hers. I mean, not banning, suspended her, shadow banned other accounts, took away blue checks from one account called Conservative OG, which is apparently an account which represents many accounts that are right-wing nut jobs. So we're talking hundreds of people potentially that got their blue check pulled by Musk because Musk is a little baby. It'll be such a shit show when they have to select Speaker of the House. Oh man, the fun has just started. Like, they're gonna be ripping each other's heads off. It's gonna be great. It's the only thing we have left. Like, we're not gonna get help from the government anymore. We're not gonna even have the UPS anymore. We're gonna lose mail. You're gonna have to spend $20 to send a letter, to send it via UPS or FedEx or whatever the fuck. You can forget about free shipment from Amazon. Unless you're a Prime member. Congress can't function. If they continue fighting, they might not be able to certify the election. That would be hilarious. That would be absolutely hilarious. Nobody shows up to fucking certify. That would just, that, I mean, all day I've had that song in my head. That I never thought the leopards would eat my face. I never thought the leopards would eat my face. That's all I've had in my head for the past fucking 48 hours or so. And I don't even like the song. I don't even like the, like, I don't like it. But it's just so true.
No.
But yeah, she was getting nasty with, I mean, she was just straight up telling him. And here's the thing. So apparently, in spite of Laura Loomer being a piece of shit, many left-wing like show hosts and commentators and whatever you want to call them, people on our side, well, people on my side, I can't speak for everybody, all agree one thing. Laura Loomer literally worships Trump. Like, the stuff that most MAGAs say, they just say it because they have to pull the company line. But Laura Loomer actually believes it. Like, she's actually, when she says things pro-Trump, she deeply believes in that. She's not saying it because she wants to be heard saying it. She's saying it because she feels it. And that's why Trump loves her so much. And this is going to drive a wedge between Trump and Elon. There's no doubt. Because Elon's been like on out of one side of the mouth, Elon's saying, oh no, it was the automated spam filter that got rid of her blue check. You know, live by the spam, die by the spam. And then somebody posted, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And then Elon quoted that and said, yep, 100. So he's both saying that he didn't do it and also saying he did do it. And it's like, they're so incredibly stupid. I don't know why people like him are successful on Terra. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. But anyway, it's the only thing we're going to have to look forward to is watching them tear each other apart.
Of course.
And I really love that for them.
Greetings.
Oh, possibly new boots. I might be new boot scooting. It does appear to be that way. Yeah. Anyhow, it's time. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, No Name. Thank you, Evie. Thank you, Sylphie. Thank you, Lurkers. Sylphie. If you're still there, good night. Probably said your name twice, but I want to make sure I got you. Good night. Bye.
End line.